NFL Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Bills and the Huskies under the lights on Sunday night.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Toronto Huskies. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be...
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence. They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lawrence under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Azeez Ojulari from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
Tell me I didn't just see these first 2 possessions. I mean, is this one of those cases of...
And now before the ball changes hands, we're going to take a look at this just to make sure.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Hall again. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Huskies will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is. And his first throw of the game, and I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Lawrence. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. And, CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump, and he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone. And
you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again.
He's got him in. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. First down, Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. To throw, it's Murray. This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 33. Again, they'll throw with Murray. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Touchdown! Jeremy Ruckert from 10 yards out. And the Huskies have moved out in front.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback and the drive will begin at the 25. The Bills going to take over again on offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
They run it again with Hill. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
And that's why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Now pass complete to Moore. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Murray now on 1st down. He's going to look deep for Moore. And this one is incomplete.
He's got one touchdown pass already in this quarter, obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, Murray. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Murray now. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 41-yard line. Here's Murray. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Murray's throw into the hands of Boyle here. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Steps away. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Garrett Wilson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Huskies go up by 2 touchdowns. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. That time a 9-play drive. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. On the ground with Hill to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Here's Hill again on 2nd down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Pilardi now on the punt as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And that will come the offense as they take over. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks for the opposite end zone. So, to them.
2nd quarter now, Toronto in possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Throwing on first down is Murray. Pass to Bellinger on the crossing route. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Now Murray again. His throw caught right around the 6. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Murray now to throw. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Another try after the first down sack. Murray to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. And this offense on 3rd down today, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Well, they are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Breece Hall with his 2nd touchdown here in this first first half. And the Huskies continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Bills getting set to go. They just did manage to sneak into the playoffs as a 6th seed, so it's a tough road ahead. They know that. They would need to win 3 games on the road in January, but hey, here's the bottom line. There's 18 other teams that wouldn't mind being in this spot right about now.
Yeah, and you had to stick it to them, didn't you? Those 18 who are sitting at home right now. But you're exactly right about how daunting this is well taken, because it all depends on their mindset at this point. How do they break it down so they're not looking at this whole big road and saying to themselves, we've got no shot. You've got to break it down to this game right now. Win this one.
There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And sometimes you see big plays develop on a route like this, a slant route. And the object, very simple. Get the ball to your receiver in stride. This one was right on the money. He didn't miss a beat. And then it's off to the races, and there he goes.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Toronto's offense ready to take over. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
I give them credit for a good read right there, because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Murray now on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Murray. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 15-yard line. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Touchdown! A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Huskies are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25. Wide receiver A.J. Brown. You see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start, got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
They'll start the drive with Hill. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down, Lawrence. He is going to find Hill here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Got a man, it's Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Bills! George Kittle, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills get a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And that will cut the lead down to 15. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback. And the ball will come out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect, incomplete. I give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Fielded at the 33. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
To throw again on 2nd down, Lawrence. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Lawrence. Man open left side is Brown. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now Lawrence. Lawrence hit him, the ball is free. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back. So a look around the NFL, we'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the 2nd half of this AFC wildcard game. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, it may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
That catch moves him over 100 yards now for this wild card game, and a first down as well. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. Murray to air it out again. His throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 43. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Murray. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's third down. Here's Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
The offense schemed going far wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Garrett Wilson with his second touchdown of the night. And the Huskies take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback and the drive will begin at the 25. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll try to get the offense going with Hill. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Here's Lawrence. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. Finding room at midfield. Look at the big man rumble. George Kittle, touchdown! George Kittle, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Lawrence going to look to throw for it. Being chased out left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
On play action, it's Murray. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. A give running right is Hall. And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And that's on big Mekhi Becton, first-round pick in 2020. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Hall on a give up the middle. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up. They'll go again with Hall. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 40 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Give to Hall running right. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the... Welcome back to Toronto. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. They'll run with Hall. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Straight ahead is Hall. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st. Just a gain of 1 there. A lot of tired bodies on that field. But this is a big play. 3rd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Breece Hall saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Huskies have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25. And now out come the Bills. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Man open, here is Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Lawrence. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Montez Sweat able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
They're going to run this with a tight end. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a give to Hall. Noah Igbenogany that time up to make the play defensively. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Running left, it's Hall. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down. They're going for it. Hits Murray. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. A handoff for Hall. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. One more time with Hall. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll try to run it here with Hall. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Breece Hall taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Huskies have opened up a 3-score lead as they pull away here in the 4th. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25. Wide receiver A.J. Brown. You see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore, because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll give a review of this one. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw it. Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll run here with Hall. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They come up short here on 4th down. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. He drops this one off underneath here for Hill. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the